Good morning and welcome to the Funny Farm Rescue and Sanctuary located in Mays Landing, New Jersey. We are southern New Jersey, half an hour from Atlantic City. Happy 4th of July to you all. I know it's the 5th. I hope you guys had a great weekend and everybody enjoyed themselves. I know some of us didn't have fireworks, but I could hear some in the background. The animals didn't particularly love them, but they're used to airplanes and lots of loud noises because we have so many critters here. Today I want to first know where everybody is from. So we love seeing where everyone is from. Brookie is enjoying the hay apparently more than the horses.
She's from the hay pile.
Yeah, so Brookie is, the dogs always love to get to places where they're not normally. So we are behind the scenes in the timeout pen where the naughty horses live. So I thought it would be kind of cool to show you guys something different that visitors don't get to see, and even a lot of our volunteers don't get to see. And this is the timeout pen for when we're open on Tuesdays and Sundays from 8 to 4. It is free of admission. The only thing we ask you to do is fill out a waiver online. If you go to funnyfarmrescue.org, left-hand side of the page, it'll say visit waiver form. You fill it out and you hit submit. Basically, it says we can chop you up, feed you to the pigs, and take pictures while we're doing it. So it's just to protect us and to protect you. Generally speaking, most of the animals are friendly and safe. The ones that have had really tough lives that can't really get past that and their scars run deep. Some of our racehorses back here, some of them were beaten and didn't have great lives, and they kind of remember. Whoa! Not Miles. Miles was not a racehorse. So we put them in the back for your safety just on Tuesdays and Sundays. So we thought we would talk about these big boys for a while. So Miles was going to auction, and you know what can happen. So I always say we do not purchase animals at the Funny Farm. Before I was a rescue, I actually purchased him because I was at an auction for farm supplies, and here was this horse. And I was so afraid of what might happen to him. So he has become a permanent resident of the Funny Farm, just like most of the animals here. We do adopt out some, depending on what the animal is.
And you used to ride him?
I used to ride Miles. We did ride a few horses, but now pretty much everybody's just retired. They're big pasture pets. Because if one horse gets ridden and then the others get jealous, and then there's all sorts of issues. And a lot of them cannot be ridden because of some of their injuries that they have had. Politico and Jelly, they are boyfriend-girlfriend. Jelly came with Peanut Butter and Jelly, and her partner had asthma, and he lived for many years. He had to take albuterol, which is an asthma medication, and he actually died of a heart attack. He had a really bad asthma attack and wound up passing away. So after that happened, we got Politico, who was a rescue off the racetrack. He is my naughtiest horse. I've ended up in the hospital 2 times because of him. Most animals don't hurt me here. Usually we have a little okay, coming to terms with who is in charge, and I try and say it's me, but sometimes he's like, no, it's me. He knows now that it's me. However, we have a love-hate relationship. So he actually almost took off my thumb one time and then ran into me because he was in his corral, and I was letting him out to go run into the barn, and I didn't open the gate far enough, and it was like the racehorse days where he was getting all antsy. I said, oh, Politico, and I opened it just enough where he saw, let's go, and he ran me over. Like most horses will go around a person. They don't want to run into you. So but that day, he was a racehorse off the racetrack, and he was not a good racer, meaning they were extra mean to him, whipping him to try and make him go faster. So he's a lot sweeter now. However, you can't trust him 100%. Take a little bite. So we don't want anybody getting hurt. So they are in the back on Tuesdays and Sundays. So Jelly, I was saying that it's Politico's girlfriend. She is not a mean horse. She doesn't bite. She's very friendly. However, Politico will not go anywhere without his girlfriend. When we are doing that care, I have to do them both together. We are so worried that when Jelly dies, you can see how much gray hair she has. This horse was completely brown when she came, and you can see she's got gray on her. So, and her halter looks like it's hurting her little nose. So we have to get her a new halter. So let me actually, come here, let me take that off of you. We don't want that on you. Come here, let's get that off. I know. So you can really see her gray where her halter is. And Politico is much younger. So she is close to 30. I have to look up exactly how old. And this youngin is in his early 20s, so, or mid 20s, I should say. But he will not do anything without her. So when I said that there's other things that we have to do, it's not just having a horse, it's not just feeding and watering them. They also have to have their feet done, which means it's like a pedicure, a manicure, mani-pedi for the horses, and they get that done every about 6 weeks. And he is actually impossible to do without her standing there. So we bring them both out, they eat their hay, and she has to be with him. So he is non-cooperative without her. So like I said, she cannot die first. We're very worried about that. I spoke about Miles, and then Ranger, he was a jumper horse, and he, for the most part, is pretty nice. He's temperamental. So he's not 100%. He has bad days and good days. So he was treated very well. Friends of mine got him, and he was a jumper and a show horse, and he has a beautiful gait for riding. But when he jumped, is that better? Did that work? Okay, I got another phone call, and I'm trying to shut it off on my watch. So that's Ranger, and he is a sweetie pie most of the time. Like I said, sometimes you're standing there, and then one day he'll just decide to be like, hey, I either want a snack or so I'm trying to we have to figure this out. So I use my own phone for Funny Farm, my personal. The phone rings a lot, so my apologies. Hopefully,
my phone's broke.
And then Matt broke his phone after last week. We're trying to get that fixed today so we won't have this issue. So this is the timeout pen. We have one more, and she was in such a bad mood, she wouldn't even go in the timeout pen today. And that is Princess. She came from a farm, and then my friends adopted her and really tried to work with her. And only one owner that she had, she wanted to deal with, and he wound up passing away. So I wound up getting her. And
someone's worried about your legs. Do you get
my legs? Believe it or not, we don't. So I usually always wear pants. You probably have seen me. I've always had pants on, and it's so humid and hot that only for today, visiting day, if I'm working on the farm regularly, I always. Caesar's out in the road. Caesar! Excuse me for yelling. Caesar! Get in here!
Here, I got a squeaky toy.
Okay, we have a squeaky toy, so he just decided to go out, I guess. I'm getting a squeaky toy. The peacocks also like that. Okay, there's Princess. Hang on. Stop! So there's Princess out there, and like I said, for the most part, she's behaved. If she is in her stall, something about her stall, something happened to her. She does not want to be touched in her stall. Her ears go straight back. Whenever a horse is not happy with you, the ears go straight back. That's how we know. I thought I just saw him. Yep, Caesar always comes with a squeaky toy, and we usually keep a really close eye on him. And I thought he was in my house, yes. Okay, hi guys. So we have volunteers here today. We are all volunteer run. We don't have any paid people. Isn't that him?
Caesar!
I think it's him. Hang on. Caesar, right here, hon.
We can't get through.
Caesar, over here. Caesar, right here. There you are! What are you doing, silly boy? Get it! Now I'm tangled. Caesar, come here. Come say hi. Caesar, you're not allowed out past the gate. So the gate is open. Even when it's closed, they can get out. The animals the dogs have an invisible fence. I'm not plugging them, but it works amazing. The invisible fence, they usually wear collars. And he's been in the water, so we took it off. But that means that they go out to the fence and they can hear a beeping noise, and they're like, ooh, we better not go past that or we will get zapped. So the invisible fence works great. It's around the whole entire Funny Farm, so they can run around all day long and not worry if they're going to go out in the road. Okay, so we have not only stall muckers, but pasture muckers, and that's what we do. We work very hard to keep it clean. I'm always picking up debris from years ago. I always find little pieces of glass and different things, so we're always looking, because the animals roll and dig up. They like to roll in the dirt. So after you wash them, they'll go and roll in the dirt as soon as you give them a bath. Okay.
Well, Beth says that her kids are in withdrawal from Critter Camp. They miss this place.
So Beth, we still have some openings for the last week of August. We do have a Critter Camp. Oh, because she was in. They were already in. I'm sorry, Beth. They can always come back. We've had other critter campers. We've had such a small group because of COVID. We've only had a 9 group and a 10 group so far. So it's very easy to social distance and keep your kids safe. So if you are interested in Critter Camp, we have some really small classes. We have one starting on Monday, and then our next one is August 10th or something like that. So you can see the donkeys are out and they're very sweet. Get a little busier, everybody will be wearing their masks. Let's see, so we're gonna do a little virtual tour for you all that have not been here before. So we walked from the back timeout pen through the normal pen where you can go up and feed animals. We missed Cooper. You can just kind of look right here, Matt.
Okay.
So Cooper is our one alpaca. We are still, I just finally got a shearer in contact with a shearer that could call me back. So we've been having a really hard time with shearing. We don't have a lot of shearing. We have 3 alpacas and a llama, and we have also a sheep, 1 sheep, but he doesn't have the real long hair. So that's Cooper, and you can see he looks pretty hot. So we're really in desperate need of a shearer. Like I said, it's not for lack of trying, it's just that it's been really difficult. And we don't have a big pack of them, so maybe people don't want to come out for 4. I'm ready to try it myself, but I've seen it being done and it can be difficult. Okay, and then we have the 2 cows. You can see already T-Bone is in his house. He's our 2,500 pound steer, and he does not like the heat and goes into his house whenever he can. When it's hot on non-visiting days, we do let him out and he wanders all over the farm, and sometimes he'll go stand in the big barn or stand in a puddle. He does have a little puddle here. And then Yogi, he just wants to come out and he likes the red trash cans that you know how they say red for bowls? It does work. He sees our red trash cans and knocks them all over. And then we have Star out there. He's a sweetheart, so you can come and give him hugs and kisses and give him snacks. It's pretty quiet today. I think a lot of people are on vacation or down at the beach because it is 82 degrees and humid here. So you can see the farm is pretty quiet right now. So we have other pigs over here. Mr. Norman! So you can see it's like a beach day for the pigs. Norman was actually going to be euthanized. He was the dad of some babies, and we were helping with the rescue, and somebody, the Pig Placement Network, agreed to take the babies, but they really couldn't take any more adult pigs. So the place said, could you please euthanize him? And I said, we're no-kill, number 1, and no, number 2. So we wound up bringing him in, and you could see it's like he has his own little beach party with his Dean, our pig guy, bought these himself. Their own, the pigs acclimated. So, okay, and then we have a couple more here, pigs that are sleeping inside of their lovely homes. So let's go see Jolly. Picnic table to eat your food. Somebody was eating food last week at the table and I couldn't even believe it. I said, what, you don't have goats? I think because we haven't had visitors in 3 weeks. It kind of got by them because they're like, well, nobody's been here, so they weren't used to, they were always looking all the visiting days, but the goats were like, okay, they're not coming back. This is Coconut. He's taking a little rest like a human, and he is enjoying the air conditioning, apparently, the breeze. And you can see we have ducks. They all kind of get along. We have a cat house. This is our not beautiful. It's still a nice cat house, but it's more for feral kitties. And you can see, you can come in. It's for outdoor kitties. Dogs, you can stay out. The dogs do come in and visit. They all get along. But this is the area they can go up on the beams. This is their heated area for winter. We put on heat lamps and they can all go in there. But the cats are free to come and go, but they have a home base. You know, we all need a place to hang our hat, and that's it. So it definitely needs some sprucing up. So if anybody wants to volunteer to help with this older kitty house, that would be great. Some of you saw the newer kitty house, and maybe we'll go in there one more time today. All right, what's our time like? 10:17. We should look like we're okay. So we'll let Cowboy take a rest. As soon as more visitors get here, he will be up and trying to see if you have a snack for him. This is thin for him, which he's still a little pork chop because he is always trying to eat people's food. All right. There is our store/gift shop. You have to wear a mask for sure when you go up there to buy anything. We do have a sneeze guard, if you're out and about by yourselves, if you take them down for a minute, that's great. But if you get closer to people, we got pretty busy on Tuesday, so we're trying to make sure that we're doing our part to be safe. Stinky the skunk is still asleep.
Yep.
Tucker, how come that gate's open? Wow.
I don't know.
Wow. The pigs are sleeping. All the potbelly pigs are asleep right now. So we're going to go look at the cat house one more time because a few people had asked me. It had just opened. Tucker, I think you want to leave them alone. You got to stay out for now.
Susan McNulty said Cowboy is not fat, he's just big boned.
He's big boned, right, Susan McNulty? Back up, Tucker. All right, don't let
I won't.
him in here. I'll close the door.
Okay.
Okay, we have our air conditioner going, and it is nice and cool. So we're asking maybe one set of visitors at a time to come in, but you can see we still didn't get our TV up. Tucker, he's upset that we're not here, and you can see the cats are pulling everything off. But these cats are up for adoption. That we just put the collar on to know who has been cleared by a vet to be in here because we're starting fresh. We took some in. Look at this one, Matt, over here. This little kitty, loving her new life. Actually, I'm not even sure if it's a boy or a girl. We just got this kitty in. And you can see nice and cool, new beds, new floors, there lots of food and their play areas. Come on over here. You're stepping on my wire, thank you. Sorry. So they can jump up and they play, but guess where they play most of all? They go into where their litter boxes are. So I've been outside to go clean them and I open it and there's like 3 cats in their litter boxes because it's dark, it's clean. We clean them constantly to keep them nice and clean. But I guess it must feel nice, like a little bed of sand. You know how cats like to lay in the sand? So we have a small area to jump through for our not as big boned girls and boys as compared to this one. Hey, pretty girl. I thought that was Annie, but that is not Annie. So once we get a few more cats in here, and here's Diego, I believe. So what you can do is you can come in, hang out with the cats, see, come here. He's like, I'm not hanging out with you. Oh, here comes another one.
The nice thing is
there we go. So it doesn't smell at all. So even without COVID in the other cat house, you wanted to wear your mask. It was not pleasant in there. So this material that this whole thing is made out of is washable. So if they, we do have cats, they do spray. When you have certain, or, they will pee because they sometimes mark their territories if you have a lot of cats. And let's face it, we have a lot of cats. We have over 200 cats here at the Funny Farm. The cat house will have a certain amount only. We're trying to make sure that it's not overcrowded so they are all comfortable. We want to help the ones that we're trying to help, not hurt them by overcrowding areas. So it's very low numbers in here so far because we're making sure that every single cat is tip-top shape before they can come in. So we start out nice and healthy.
So Therese wants to know if these are the kittens that you had been bottle feeding.
So these are not the kittens we were bottle feeding. They're still in my house and they're still kitty cat, little kittens.
There's lots of them.
We have lots. I have 14 and a lot of them have homes already. I'm not really showing them yet because I have to see who's been adopted and who's not. It's the worst thing when you show somebody like on your live video of these kitty cats and they're like, not available. So these are available. Some of them, I will tell you, some of them if they have issues. Diego used to have a little issue by peeing, so we tell people that. So I don't want you guys to take him home and go, oh my goodness, he's peeing in my house. So we don't want that. We will make sure that we reveal anything. A lot of these cats have come from bad situations or they were outside cats and then people brought them in. They wound up, a lot of these had kittens this year. So the kittens were dropped off with the mom. Not dropped off. They called me first. And
Mostly.
so, yeah, mostly. And then when we get the kittens, after they raise them, we get them adopted out, and then we have the moms here. So the moms are like, we're good girls. We're friendly. We took care of our kids. So if somebody doesn't want a little baby kitten, they can get an adult cat, and you can sit and get to know them and see how you feel.
Yeah,
Okay.
the tree donated, right?
All of these cat trees have been donated. It's been wonderful. They're brand new. If not, they were used one time. A lot of times people buy their cats these big, beautiful cat trees, and guess what? They're like, yeah, okay, whatever. I had to run to the house. But our cats love them. A lot of times they go in their little cubby holes. A lot of them go under the couch. We're still trying to find my bracket for the television, and then our little fish will be swimming up for them. And then we will
Channel?
on the fish channel, correct. All right. So if you do want to come in, just let us know, and we'll make sure that only one group at a time. Did you want to go in?
You can come in.
You guys can go into Cat House. There's nobody else in here, but just the cats probably aren't running out, but you can go in if you like. Hold on, Matt. You're pulling. Matt, the dog has it around his neck. Okay, we got it. And that's Brookie.
She's cute.
How are
She's like,
you?
Brookie always wants girl time.
How are you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good, thanks. So you can see we have a few visitors here. Kids are trying to see if Stinky's awake. I don't know if they see a sighting, because he knows what time it is for feeding, because we do feed when we're awake. So he wakes up for that. Can you see the skunk in there, kids?
Yeah, I see one in the hole.
He went in his hole.
Yeah.
So Matt, I don't know.
He's in the wood.
He's in the wood. You can see him in his little stump. It has a hole in there.
And it has a hole in it, and the skunk is in there.
And the skunk is in there. And then he, in the winter, goes down in his little cave. It's even warmer there. Isn't that fun?
So they're not escaping anymore?
Nope, not escaping. So he knows where his bread is buttered. He's not leaving anywhere. We will be showing some kittens later. If you want to see or hold a kitten and see a kitten, we'll ask you to wash your hands first. And then wash your hands when you're done, just because multiple people will be holding them and we're trying to remain safe. Here is our snack bar for people. And look, we even have a beautiful sign. Kim and Dawn are making it so pretty up here, because when I run the snack bar, it's not too cute.
You said John.
Thank you. See, it's like squirrel, especially here, because we have so many critters. I go to do a chore, and then I see something else, and I get diverted, and I go, oh no, I never did this or that. So
Thank you to Lauren.
thank you, Lauren. I know. You know, it takes a team of people to keep me on straight. Like, Lori, weren't you supposed to do this today? And there's Stormy out. He's trying to.
What's Stormy's story?
Stormy story. Hi, how are you? He's the brown-eyed, blue-eyed horse. How are you guys? He came from Florida.
I like that.
No, Chicago.
Chicago, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He came from, no, he went to Florida first.
No,
Yeah, he came
Florida
from,
was Anna.
okay. All right, so I have so many horses, I'm getting them confused. He came from Chicago.
Yeah, that was Sissy and Terry
Okay,
Palomar.
so we're gonna let you out today, but last week he was so excited to be out that he headbutted a child.
Uh-oh.
So
Did you do that?
he was the goat that was in the hospital. About $7,000 later, we fixed him up, but he pees like a little girl, but he's a little boy. He was left at a foreclosed property, and the realtor found him, brought him home, and fed him normal goat food, but his system was not used to that because he was stuck eating just brush or foraging for any food that he could. So he wound up stopping him up and gave him a real serious problem. So he is feeling so good that he's a little ornery now and likes to headbutt. Like if you're cleaning his pen, he'll say, Mommy, I want to play, right? He wants to play all the time. And sometimes if the child that's here doesn't give food, he'll headbutt them like, hello, I want some food.
There you go.
Thank goodness he doesn't have horns. So we have to keep an eye on him, and if he gets naughty, guess what? He goes in timeout too. All right, let's go see Llama. All right, shush, 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 no screaming. Shh. They won't hurt you, they're nice. Oh, of course, it's my friends with the naughty kids. No, I'm kidding. Here's another donkey, and you can see how sweet they are. They love people. This is Eeyore, like in Winnie the Pooh. He is a lover. Mwah. He just is a sweetie and just wants loving all the time. And here's Lorenzo the llama. He is very old. He's either 18 or 19. The owner that surrendered him could not remember exactly. You could see he needs to see a dentist because his teeth are a little crooked. And this is Jethro. He was the one on our 4th of July message this morning. He is our oldest animal here. He is 50. He's the one who has a pretty big butt, and they're called fat pockets, where this is Tico, and he's a youngster in his 40s. So you can see the difference in their behinds. So that is all fat pockets. He has it on his neck as well and on his sides. So he can live up to about 60 years old. And we have our rose peacock inside with the cuckoo birds. I call these the cuckoo birds. They all had some issue at some point or another, but they're doing really well. So there's Rose the white peacock. We will let her out today so she can acclimate with the other peacocks that are here. She's been seeing them through the fence to make sure she is okay.
All right.
Okay.
So you probably want to see
All
Jolly.
right, we're going to go see Jello.
Doggy, yeah.
And Hope is in the house. Oh, there's Canyon. We have to show Canyon. Oh, Billy and Lily. Some people get upset if we walk right past Billy and Lily. These are the naughty boys and girls. These are brothers and sisters that were rescues. And you can see he has a smile on his face. We just asked for more of these shades because it gets ungodly hot in some of the pastures, and there aren't trees in every single pasture that we have. So this is Billy and Lily. They have their own place because they were busting up all my enclosures for all the other animals. So we have double fencing because when they want to get out, they just start ramming the fence. And they have been known to get out, jump on your car or in your car, on the picnic tables, into the store. And they don't mean to be naughty, they just are. They're like the terrible twos.
And
Right,
Beatty's
Bill?
favorite is Billy.
Whose favorite is that?
Ann Beatty.
Ann Beatty's favorite is Billy. I did not know that. I thought it was Caesar. I don't know. I'm telling Caesar. Okay, here is Canyon. We show him, I think, every week because he's right up here with Anna, the racehorse.
That's her boyfriend.
This is Canyon with the one eye horse. He looks like something out of Halloween. And a lot of times they'll sew up the eye. His eye was poked out by a barbed wire at another farm. And, he lost his eye, obviously. And it's funny when you get near it, I actually put my hand in there and itch it because it gets itchy for him. And how do you scratch inside? At first I was a little bit freaked out, but he is a sweetheart. He doesn't let him stop him. Hey, you can't be like that. He said, where's my snack? That is not, he can be ornery too. Because he has a disability, nothing gets by him. He's like, just don't stand. He does not get special treatment. Don't stand on this side of him though, because he sometimes does not see you. And Caesar wants to know what's going on and where's my squeaky toy. Here's Puppy. Eeyore wants to get on camera again. Here he is. Farley, the funny farm dog. We have our Muscovy ducks that kind of make a hissing noise. Okay, now Cowboy's blocking the road. Cowboy, come here. Cars can't get by. So we do let you park on the farm. We just ask you to go 1 mile an hour as you're driving in because there's always somebody running in front of you. Sometimes it's kid. Okay, Cowboy sees the little food, so you have to be ready. You have to be on defensive.
And there's Tucker over with the bunnies.
Yeah, so we always have something going on here. Here's Stormy trying to, come here you guys. No, the flies were getting him. We have to spray, because it's this humid, we have to spray a very expensive spray on their legs. It's called Wipe. And we can't even get it in stores. We have to get it online places, but we go through a lot of it. Okay, Jolly's walking around now. Let's go to see Jello.
Okay,
This is our
she's
fire
holding a
pit.
little kitten.
Oh yeah, she's holding a little baby kitten there. So we also have socialization. Some cats, you can just show her from far away. I don't know if she wants to. So she's socializing this little kitty because this one's a little bit of a scaredy cat. And you can see, let's just go look at one. So these are new kittens here.
You know
This is the kitty condo, one of the kitty condos, and you can see how precious. Now these were feral kitties, so we are socializing them, getting them ready for their new home, vet checked, making sure they are all set and healthy, and they look really good. Like I said, you can see he doesn't want to be held that much yet. So and we're going to get him used to the dogs. See, Brookie will help us take care of them. Brookie, not right now though. Obviously, it's supervised vision. Here's Debbie the goose. She's looking.
Very famous.
She's very famous. She was in love with the UPS man until UPS said not allowed.
Not allowed.
And we have our turkey, who is a wild turkey who just hangs out, not in a pen. We call her Turk.
And she can fly away.
She can fly away if she likes. She's very vocal. She's looking for snacks from the snack bar. She's trying to come in the back door, so you got to watch her.
Maybe somebody will drop.
All right. So we have a lot of individual pens that are supposed to be temporary because we have way too many roosters. We have over 90 roosters, and I just want to show this one. There's 3 boy roosters. A lot of times the boys don't get along, hence they call them cockfights. So when you're surrendering your rooster to somebody, make sure it's not going to go for cockfights or food if you can, and there's not a lot of places that will take them. I always tell people maybe build them a separate pen like this. It's not the absolute best life for them, but it's better than not being here. So these 3 were all brothers, and they were fighting with other roosters. So together they were friendly, and this is the pen that they live in. And we put the other roosters in and then let them out. So we kind of, take turns with them running around loose.
So Marjorie Preston said that Canyon looks great. And
Oh, I don't think I did.
that's why. Okay, we're back.
Okay. So
Sorry about that.
on my phone, I forgot to shut off Wi-Fi and is trying to connect to that now that I'm up near my house. So look at Miss Jello. We think Miss Jello. She's so big. Hey, puppy. That's Jello who's in the house. You know Jello. And Jello has been running around with the other ducks. And you can see she's like, I don't want to be a house duck anymore because she is outside now.
Do you think she swims?
She does swim, but I usually put her in and she swims and then jumps out. She's not sure about the whole pool thing yet. Adele has her nails done for you all. For those who don't know Adele, she is my house chicken. She lives, all right, Adele, you're in my pocket. She lives in the house with me. She usually wears a poopy diaper, but because I put her outside this morning, she has no poopy diaper. So she's very happy about that, but she's used to the air conditioning, so she's a little ticked at Mom right now. She's like, Mom, I don't mind being outside for a few minutes, but I'm ready to go in. But we wanted everybody to see her with her nails painted. This chicken, people ask me how did it happen. She just would not leave me alone. She kept coming up to the door and knocking. And I'm like, who's knocking? I would go out, I'd see nothing. I close the door, I hear it again. I go out, and it's Adele. And I open the door, and she comes right in. And I'm like, excuse you. So every time I threw her out, she would freak out by the door and want to be back in. So I let her in. And then I found out by one of our visitors that they make diapers for not only chickens, but ducks too.
Debbie Cart wants to know if the tree is doing all right.
The tree is doing great. You can see this is Cowboy's handiwork, however, before we were able to get a fence around it. So we have some stumps where he was able to reach to. And also, let's not blame Cowboy solely, because let me tell you, Mr. Yogi comes up and you'll see him. He'll go like this with his tongue and pull the leaf off with his tongue. I don't know if you know, cows don't use their teeth. They use their tongue to get the food and then pull it in and then chew it. So it's doing well, but I have to talk to my girls, Colleen and Jody, and make sure that it's okay with these broken limbs here. So you can see Jello is almost a full-grown duck. She has that one wing that we thought that she was in the clear of being a normal duck, but obviously when all her family got hit by a car, something must have happened to her wing as well. And so she may not be able to fly, but she'll have a good, fun, healthy life out here. Hope is inside. The fact that that's the kitten that was blind and now she can see. She's a little too hot to come out. She has that long, black, fluffy hair. So last week she was huffing and puffing and it wasn't even as humid as it is today.
What if
So-
we put that other baby duck in the water? Do you think they would swim together?
So we will, yeah, we
that
can
later.
do that. It's, yeah.
Okay.
So we're at 10:38, so I think I will say
Lots of stuff going on at the
goodbye.
funny farm
Yes,
today.
lots of stuff going on. We are open
Mm-hmm.
Tuesdays and Sundays. Our first opening day was Father's Day. We were very slow the first 3 days, and then Tuesday, I don't know what happened. It must have not have been a beach day. We got super busy. So just so you know, it's slow now. It could pick up, but the fact that it's so hot, I think everybody's either in a pool or at the beach. They're smarter than I am. I do have a pool. I'm thinking about letting all the volunteers just jump in once, at least getting cooled off. And Cowboy and Jolly are playing together. You want to see them, and then we'll go. Does anybody have any questions? For a minute.
Okay.
Oh
man,
I'm caught. Hold on. Okay, I'm good.
We'll get this phone thing worked out next week. Today.
Yes, and we will have the phone worked out. I forgot to turn off the Wi-Fi, but my phone has better connection than Matt's, so we wanted to go see. Oh, so Jolly and Cowboy are really having some fun. So even if you can see, we have one of our friends, Tim, sitting there on his walker, and it's like watching a game.
The animals come
Where
right up to you.
the animals come right up to you, so you don't have to go around. You can sit there, and they'll come see you if you don't want to move around, or you can't move around, or if it's too hot. But you can see they don't have horns, thank goodness, but they are playing. Hey boys, are you guys having fun? Oh. And then somebody wants to see what's going on right here.
Who's right back there?
And they're like, hey, your mom's over here, and what are you guys doing? Look, they just reared up. Matt, you missed it. He's gonna do it again, I can tell. Watch, ready? Maybe not, because we're watching. Up. They're like, if we're gonna fight, let's go in the air. Oh, there we go, Cowboy.
Oh man,
They're really having some fun. So Jolly doesn't get out all the time. So you can see she's getting, it's like, you know, when your kids get out and they've been cooped up and they're like, let me go play with my friends. So they're having a lot
Sarah
of
wants
fun.
to know if you only take cash at the snack bar admission, or is other items do you take cards?
Okay, so come on over here for a minute, let cars go by. So we accept everything, cash, credit card, check, you name it. We are very easy that way. If you want to give us anything, we'll take it. We have a list, a donations list, a wish list, if you will. And we post that on Friday nights, sometimes Saturday mornings if somebody is too sleepy.
It's always Friday night, just late.
Friday night, sometimes it's late Friday night, but we post a wish list. We had an Amazon wish list. Somebody said it's not up there, so we're looking into that this week. And we sell t-shirts and mugs and hats. Oh, puppy's in the pool. So let's go over and say goodbye here. So when you come, admission is free. We do have a bucket. If you want, you can put it. The kids are free. So we have kids. Sometimes when you have little tiny kids, they can be nervous because the animals come right up to you. But some of the animals are always wanting to swim. This is Puppy. He loves the water. And he has his collar on, but it's waterproof. But let me take that off anyway. Come here, you silly boy. Okay, now go swim. You're not supposed to swim with the collar on. Okay, that feels good. Thank you.
He's like a little monster.
All right, so thank you again for tuning in, and we hope to see you soon. The animals want to see you soon.
Oh, one last thing. What is your address and what time are you open? Until?
Address, okay, it's 6908. So it's Funny Farm Rescue and Sanctuary. If you put us in Google, you can find us. The address is 6908 Railroad Boulevard in Mays Landing, New Jersey, 08330 if you need the zip. And we are open 8 to 4 every Tuesday, every Sunday. No matter what the holiday, no matter what the weather. And you can come and see all the critters. Thank you so much for watching, and if anybody has any questions, please email us, or on Facebook or Instagram you can ask questions too. Hope to see you guys soon, and stay safe. Have a great rest of your weekend.